Hello everyone, Bob Bauer from Warriors Heart USA. I want to make this video today to talk about battles in life. This morning when I woke up, I had this feeling over me that says today is not just another day, but today's an opportunity. Today's an opportunity to make a difference in somebody else's life. Now, some of you who are going to be watching this are facing your own battles in life, whatever they may be. They may be finances, they may be relationships, they may be trying to overcome the consequences of a tragedy that happened before. You're probably sitting in a hospital room going, why? What did I do to deserve to be here? Or you have a loved one in the hospital room going, why are they here? They're good people. What are they doing here? Why am I facing these battles? I can't answer that question for you on why you're facing the battles. But I can say this to you, no one's going to make it through this life without facing a battle. And if you've ever listened to me talk, I've always said that life is a series of battles and blessings. From the battles we get wiser, and from the blessings we learn to appreciate when we're humble. Now recently I read in the Bible in 2 Chronicles, I was reading a story about Jehoshaphat, King Jehoshaphat. He was the king of Judah. Now, King Jehoshaphat was a good guy who tried to do everything right. He screwed up every now and then, but he really went out of his way to try to serve God. Well, one day, going about doing his business, people in Judah doing their business, someone came running at him and said, hey, look, there's this vast army mounting up down the road against you. And that's not just one army. It's many armies, and they're coming after you. I like what it said in the Bible about what his reaction was. It said Jehoshaphat became afraid. Wow. Here's the king of Judah. Here's a king who oversees the operations of a country. The judges, the priests, the people, the economy, everything. And here he is, he's afraid. Sound like us? When we get backed into a corner, we become afraid. But Jehoshaphat did what I think we all need to do, and what I'm learning even in my advanced age, I need to do. And that's turn to God. Say, look, I'm tired, I'm beat up, I'm broke, I'm hurting. You got to help me out, God. I can't do this. I just can't do this. I don't know what to do. I want to run away. I want to hide. And much like Jehoshaphat, he turned to God. And he said those very same things. You know what? You're the man, God. You're the guy who created everything. I mean, you ran the bad people out of here, when everybody crossed the river. You got to do something for us. Help us out. And when he went into prayer, he went into heavy-duty prayer. And he called his people together, his circle of influence, the people he hung out with, and his nation. He called them together and said, we got to pray. And we got to pray like we've never prayed before. And a prophet came to them and said, this is what God says. It's not your battle. It's mine. It's not yours to fight. It's mine. I want you to get up first thing tomorrow morning, and I want you to go out there on that landing, and I want you to stand there so your enemy can see you. You're out front, and your enemy thinks he's going to kick your butt. He's going to steal from you, he's going to kill you, and he's going to destroy you. This is what we want him to think, because the closer he gets, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for you. And this is where God makes it a point to show us that he's got our back. It's not your battle to fight, folks. I've learned that. I've learned that the hard way. Not too long ago, when I was praying, actually I call it whining, when I was whining to God about all my battles that I'm fighting and all these vast armies that are mounting up against me. God, why do I got to go through this every month? Why do I got to keep coming to you every month and go, I need this, I need that? And I heard the word of the Lord say, go get a notebook. And everything that troubles you, write it down. So I got this composition book. It only cost 50 cents at one of those big box stores. $1 at the most. But anyhow, I was told, write down everything that bothers you, everything that you're worried about. You got to pay your phone bill, you got to pay your rent, you got to buy food, you got to pay college tuition, you got to pay your car payment, you got to pay this, that, and everything else. All those armies, those are vast armies. It's like Jehoshaphat was facing the Moabites, the Ammonites, and whatever else came along. And see, in our life, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with those ites as well, I-T-E-S, ites. We're dealing with poverty-ites. We're dealing with disease-ites. We're dealing with relationship-ites. We're dealing with grouchy neighbors and grumpy employer-ites. And when we're facing, you write down all those ites in this book, and you turn it over to God. You do exactly what Jehoshaphat did. Turn it over to God. I'm going to have to put my cheaters on here. But anyhow, in the 20th chapter of the 2nd Chronicles, it said Jehoshaphat's prayer was this. This is what he prayed. Yahweh, the God of our ancestors, are you not the God who is in heaven? And did you not rule over all the kings of the nations? Power and might are in your hand, and no one can stand against you. Are you not our God who drove out the inhabitants of this land before your people became Israel, who gave it forever to the descendants of Abraham, your friend? They have lived in this land and have built you a sanctuary in it. If disaster comes on us, sword or judgment or pestilence or famine, we will stand before this temple and before you, for your name is in this temple. We will cry out to you because of our distress, and you will hear and deliver. See, this is what they're saying. This is what we say all the time when we pray. This is what we're supposed to be praying. God, you're the man. You created this heaven. You created the earth. And all these problems in this world, you know how to deal with. I don't. And this is what God's answer was to them. Listen carefully, all Judah, your inhabitants, and you inhabitants of Jerusalem, and King Jehoshaphat. Hey, are you listening, folks? This is what God's saying. Listen to me. Because what I'm about to tell you is going to be powerful. Because what I'm going to tell you is this. Do not be afraid or discouraged because of this vast number. See, all those ites that's coming after you, God's telling us, don't be afraid. It's an illusion. See, all those things are coming, they're an illusion. Because why? For the battle is not yours, but it's God's. Tomorrow, go down against them. You will see them coming, and you will find them at the end of the valley, facing the wilderness of Jeruel. You do not have to fight this battle. Position yourselves. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. He is with you. Do not be afraid or discouraged. Tomorrow, go out and face them, for Yahweh is with you. Folks, I'm telling you, all those things that are coming at you, yeah, they're scary. Your significant other, your spouse left you. That's scary. It's heartbreaking. Your child is in a tailspin, going out of control. It's scared. You got bill collectors calling you, people, the IRS calling you, government officials calling you. You can't find a job if nobody give you a job, even if you begged for it. You probably even wouldn't give yourself a job even if you had one. These are the ites in our life. Don't get caught up in them, folks, because God says it's not your battle to fight. Today is not an ordinary day. Go out and make a difference and bless somebody. God's got your back.